Well, growing up, my dad is a pastor, and so he taught me how to think, but did not teach me necessarily how to work with my hands. Both my grandfathers were engineers, and so I knew that I guess have it in me, in my blood, to work with my hands. And so I ended up dropping out of high school after my junior year, got my GED, went first to the American College of the Building Arts in Charleston, South Carolina, majored in timber framing there for 1 year, and then moved back to Chattanooga to go to the Chattanooga Woodworking Academy. My favorite has been my toolbox, just because we built it completely like all hand tools. So we didn't use table saw. We didn't use any machinery whatsoever. Just started with basic, already cut wood. I'm a poor kid and I can't buy big tools yet. I can't buy myself a table saw or a planer or anything like that. So I just carve because I love it. This is my walnut spoon. This is probably my 10th spoon, I'd say. Spoons are great because a lot of people in Chattanooga appreciate them, and so they're willing to, spend a couple dollars on them, or even different businesses will trade. Different gear stores will trade, shirts or climbing gear for different spoons and bowls that I've turned on a lathe. I love trees. Trees are my favorite thing in the world because we really do nothing to have them. They grow on their own, and trees are amazing. Over the last 10 years, the number of red oaks and white oaks have increased 100%, which is pretty amazing since, as human beings, we're really bad at taking care of the earth in other areas. So it makes sense, ecologically, to work with wood as opposed to like plastic or even metal. You're like taking it out of the earth and not really putting anything back in. I personally believe that as a man, it is my responsibility to provide for my future family. And in today's, education system, you're not taught how to work with your hands at all. If you think about it, there's nothing wrong with buying from IKEA, I guess, in theory. Men building their own houses is something that's happened for thousands of years, and it's only in the last probably 100 years that we pay people to do it, and we pay people to do a very poor job just because they're doing it as quick as they can. I plan to build my own house, to buy my own land, build my own house, be completely self-sustained, but I want to be completely off the grid for sure.
My name is Tristan Long. I'm a freshman, and we are part of AmpGuard, which is the group name. And we LARP, I guess you can say. It's medieval combat, pretty much, with a little bit of magic in it. It's pretty fun. We pretty much go out there and hit each other with foam swords. It's pretty fun. It takes a lot out of you, actually. Very, very athletic, I would say. You got all different kinds of people out there, though. It's pretty fun. I do it because it's a group. It's a nice community to be in. It's a way to stay active. A bunch of cool people, meet pretty cool people from all walks of life. They hang out at the in front of the library every Wednesday around 4 o'clock, and I was just walking by and said, "Hey, that looks like a lot of fun." And me and one of my buddies went over there and just tried it out, and I was hooked. I had a general idea that it was like medieval stuff, but I didn't know it necessarily had as much structure as it does, which it does. It has a very finite rules, I guess you could say, of like what's allowed and what's not allowed, safety reasons, and just overall like balance of the game. I don't know. I think a lot of people think of it as a like very very nerdy thing, and I'm not saying it's not, but it takes a lot more to do it than I think people realize. People think it's just like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's a lot more active. From time to time, mostly on Wednesdays, like there are a lot of people that watch, and most of them will cheer. I think a few people look down on it, but that's because they wouldn't be caught dead doing it. I don't know too much about like the leather making and stuff, but the swords themselves take like an hour to make a decent one, much less one like the really nice, fancy ones. And then we have a person whose field name's named Vane. He recently made a chainmail vest, and it took him like forever. You have to take each little individual chain and like attach them together. So there's a lot of art that goes into making the armor and the tunics and stuff. And I've learned a few different art things. Like I learned how to sew 2 weeks ago, which was cool because I've never sewn before. I don't know, like it teaches you a lot of just stuff that you can take away from it. The magic aspect of the game is more centered around crowd control, controlling the other enemy's team's movements and stuff. It's mostly like things that more control what you can and can't do. There's one that's like terrify, and you have to stay 20 feet away from the person who casted it on you. So you can use it to like protect your teammates from one person, try to split up the other team. Then there's attack ones like fireball, of course, would do damage, destroy weapons, armor. Then you got ice bolt, which stuns them to the ground, also does some damage. There's heal spells, revive spells. They're very hard to use. You have to like memorize what to say when you use them, and I don't know. They're very skillful. I'm not that good yet to use a lot of it, but that's a part of it. If anyone's interested, go to AmpGuard Chattanooga. Join our Facebook page, like stuff of that nature.
The whole point of it is to come together in one game, have fun, get some exercise, be social if you want to, be antisocial.